Mesechas Ceirovin, Perik Zayin, Mishnah Hey. Matbein shebein shtei chatzeros gavoa asorot tefochim. If there is a haystack between the two chatzeros, right along the whole length of the chotzer, and it's 10 tefochim high, that is a good mechitza. Being a good mechitza, there's no pesach from one chotzer into the other chotzer. Therefore, the rule applies. Me'arvin shnayim, they would have to make each one a separate eruv, each chotzer. Ve'ein me'arvin echad, they cannot make a single eruv, because it's a valid mechitza. Even though we have said earlier that if you leave straw or stubble in a ditch, that's not considered to be a bittul, because it could be taken away. We're not choshish that the haystack may be taken away. It's considered to be a valid mechitza. And what is more, elu ma'achilin mikan ve'elu ma'achilin mikan. One is allowed to let the behemoths, each side of the chotzer, feed from the straw, and we're not afraid that the behemoths might consume so much that they'll consume more and make the gap in the mechitza more than 10 amas, which would not constitute a Pesach, because it's very highly unlikely that behemoths could consume that much, 10 tefochim high and more than 10 amas in length. It's unlikely that the behemoths would consume so much. The implication of the Mishnah is that ma'achilin mikan ve'elu ma'achilin mikan, but the owner or the bnei chotzer cannot feed their behemoths b'yodayim. And Rashi gives two reasons. Number one, it could well be muktzah, because you've designated it for a mechitza. And number two, if you're going to be ma'achil b'yodayim, then there would be possibly a chashash that you may make a pirza in the wall more than 10 amas, which would invalidate the mechitza. Nismait ha-teven me'asora tefochim, if the teven has been reduced over a length of must be over 10 amas, but and therefore and the height has been reduced from 10 tefochim. So in effect, you've got a pirza of more longer than 10 amas, and therefore the mechitza would be invalid. Then ma'arvin echad ve'ein ma'arvin shnayim. Then you'd have to make the two chatzeros would have to unite as one eruv, and you wouldn't be able to be me'arev as two. Should point out that when we talk about the mechitza being invalidated by the that it's nismayit over a length of 10 amas and 10 tefochim and reduced from 10 tefochim high, that would only be if it was before Shabbos. If, let us say, you have a valid mechitza for eruv chatzeros, and on Shabbos itself, the mechitza is invalidated, then the halacha is you look at the beginning of Shabbos, and since kivin shehutra hutra. However, in contrast, if you've got a reshus hayochid and the reshus hayochid loses mechitzas on Shabbos, it's no longer a reshus hayochid, then certainly you wouldn't be able to carry in that reshus hayochid. It's lost its status as a reshus hayochid. But as far as the eruv is concerned, as long as the eruv is in position on Ben Hashmoshes of Erev Shabbos, if the mechitza should be, which joins the two chatzeros, becomes reduced, we're not talking about deraisos here. It's still considered to be a reshus hayochid. The only thing is you've no longer got a pesach between the two chatzeros. It's a pirza between the two chatzeros. That if it happened on Shabbos itself, it's not going to invalidate the eruv because of kivin shehutra hutra. Once we've permitted you to make the eruv in a certain way, it's not going to be invalidated on Shabbos itself.